I want to watch Beowulf tonight because Minno and I went for a walk in the park, and there was a box of, I'm presuming, used books, old books, and some of them were in a box and some of them were on a wooded platform as we were passing by, and Beowulf was one of the titles. Sylvia Plath, the bell jar, something called Bellew, Bellew, was on the hardback spine. It was like a junior study assistant or something. All the books seem to be old, classic titles, judging by the color of the paper that was tarnished with age. I was tempted to pick up one of them, or maybe a couple. I was quite interested in all the classic titles, thinking that maybe someone left them there for someone to pick up, because they were, like, these are free books, pick them up. But I didn't. I could talk about that more later, why, but I did want to see the age. I wanted to see the age of the book. So Beowulf, I opened it's a paperback, I opened the cover, and rather than getting the age, when it was printed, it gave a little description. What is this story about? It was about a prince who bravely battled the dragon, and the dragon's mother, Gryffindor. Anyway, I thought it was, I kind of rolled my eyes like, oh, he's the brave prince. Hyphen D, battled and tattled. Hyphen T, he bet that he would battle and tattle, because he passed it on. He passed the stone. He passed it on, I'm filling in the gaps like, is this what that classic's really about? This classic story of literature since time began, and in another land. So anyway, it's glorious praisings for the prince. He battled the dragon, and the dragon's mother, or something like that, apparently, so that the dragon couldn't hatch. And therefore, we sew up the story to write a story about hat and tat. So, intact. For me, the dragon, D-R-A-G-O-N-E. I think men's collective unconsciousness, hyphen T, would be deathly afraid of eating reality with a woman as the honest lead. L-E-A-D. O-L-E-A parentheses T-H-D. So eat the head, and you lay the lead, A-D. Yet again. Yet tag and ag again. I was looking up dragon pearl, and let's see if I can find it. It's one of my tabs here that I've not really investigated yet, but here it is for Google. What do we find here? Dragon Pearl. So when I put in Dragon Pearl art into Google, I get the Dragon Pearl Asian Art Museum. Storyteller Miriam Mills tells a story that explains why dragons are often depicted holding ... It's probably a pearl. P-E-A-R-L. P-E-A parentheses R L over L. Parentheses HD. We can see that working in my converse. Okay, I'm reversing a man-manipulated trend, hyphen. We can see it's gone on for eons, but some hyphens in that. For it, that's hyphenated, to think, K-T, Toft. You know, they brought the time for completion. And that what I have to say is not concise. Well, I didn't sell slices of lice, okay, so that Jack Doft is all over, hyphen T, the TP place and pace. To seed deadhead Doft to replace. Dow with waste and haste. Put your hyphens in that. What else is the Dragon Pearl? Honolulu Museum of Art, chasing the flaming pearl. Chasing the flaming pearl. Discovering the dragon in Chinese textiles. There are traces of the importance of the sacred pearl of wisdom, or yang, Y-A-N-G, energy. So if my video hasn't frozen, I'll take a picture of that and put it on my screenshot and put it on the website. Let's see, Dragon Pearls Trocadero deals in a variety of Asian arts from East Asia and the Himalayas, including Tibet, Nepal, China, Japan, and Korea. The Dragon's Pearl, Wyrmflight. Legend then said that the dragon was seeking the night shining pearl. This pearl is what we see most often in Asian art. The pearl itself has ... You can buy images of Dragon Pearl on Shutterstock. What else? Dragon and the Pearl, Metropolitan Museum of Art. See a rich collection of stock images at Shutterstock. Images vectors. Now, vectors is an interesting word. Vectors is an insect. It's in a virus, and it's also like vector art, like Adobe Illustrator. So you could draw the art, and you can enlarge it without losing any pixels, so it doesn't dither. It doesn't lose clarity. It enlarges to the size you want in full clarity and shrinks. So vector to me is like an XYZ axis to depict 3D on a 2D surface. Or it does translate in machining, if I remember, depending on which lathe or CNC machine, you've got your X-axis, your Y, and your Z. So you're also giving points to articulate how to model something from a 2D plan into a 3D. The Dragon Pearl movie review. Family-friendly adventures full of magic and battles. Chinese dragon. Legendary creatures in Chinese mythology and Chinese folklore. Chinese art often depicts a pair of dragons chasing or fighting over the flaming pearl. Chinese dragons are occasionally depicted with bat-like wings. Why didn't I pick up any of those books? They might be a waste of my time. If I wanted to get into fiction and to spin something on top of them, I can do that. To take them at face value without reading any of my meta into it, there's no reason for me to go there, okay? As much as I have an appreciation for detail, it does not include me, okay? It does not include me provisionally speaking for reward, not for war, -D, FOREWAREAD.